What is going on, dudes and dudettes? In this video, we are going to try and get some Jeep stuff done. Focusing on the rear right now. As you can see, this is what I got going on. So, gonna try and long story short, we're gonna try and get this thing painted. So, the plan is to fill all the holes, all the little nooks and crannies. This was a Jeep Renegade, so it had the side skirts going all the way down it. So, there are holes all over the place. So the plan is to fill all those, ultimately get it ready for paint, finalize the hood. I don't know, I might just do the no fender idea for now because I can't make up my mind, but that's a little bit down the road. So we're going to basically just try and get this body looking good, get the rear looking good, make it look like as close to like a factory Jeep as possible, not this raggedy old 16 different pieces of a Jeep all welded together on a Corvette chassis. So, okay, that's all I got. Here we go. As far as engine and running and driving goes, engine seems solid. So a couple little things to get it running better. The differential, I'm not sure if we can fix it or not, but that'll come at a later time. Focusing on aesthetics. So I have a new bed for this. So I want to redo these probably with the 55-gallon drum from the gigantic Civic fart can that we did in the last video. We'll hopefully cut some of those out and fit that on here nicely. While I'm cleaning the shop real quick, please enjoy this footage of me saving a crab from seagulls on the beaches of Florida. And I pet it like a little, okay, you'll see. Here I go, I'm gonna clean the shop, you watch crab.
You need to go back to the ocean, or you're a land crab? To go back to the ocean? My friend. Goodbye, my friend. It's a good little crab. It's a good little crab. Oh no, no. Oh no!
How'd you guys like that crab? It's so cute. Poor little flap disc. Never had a chance. Okay, so here I'm making a little patch panel is what I would call it, just to fill that hole. I don't know why, but I like the idea of the entire back of the Jeep just being one fluid flush piece. So that's what I'm attempting to do here. The bottom, just below that patch panel I'm welding now, I actually just set the metal behind it, so I'll explain what I did there in a minute, but it was kind of, I don't know, it got really hot. And so that caused the metal to warp, and so I tried kind of pulling some sections out. Okay, so trying to make all this flush really showed me how, so this Jeep body was wrecked. This kind of bubbled up, and then all in here is kind of bubbly. I tried to weld that shaft bar thing and then pull it out, and I did the same here. But it's not going to be perfect. I'm not worried about it. I mean, there's creases like this all over the place up there. So I'm just going to get this as good as I can, and then we'll just do a skim of Bondo or some nonsense and just kind of get it at least even. So from afar, it looks good. And then not going to worry about the rest. This was set inside, so I just filled the whole thing with weld and then I'll grind it down smooth. So just a little update. And then I think the next step before I bondo any of that, I'm going to cut these out and then cut that 50-gallon drum out back in the truck and make some decent looking wheel wells. So I'm gonna get going on finishing this up real quick. Finishing. Well, that's much taller than I expected. Time for more cutting. So I finally started using the CAD, cardboard aided design, as you guys have been suggesting for years, and I've done, not for years, but a while. After cutting enough metal and screwing enough up, these weird little rear panels I'm trying to make were oddly shaped enough that it made a lot more sense to trial and error with some cardboard instead of burning through cut-off wheels and more metal. Okay, so use some cardboard, as you saw, to cut this stuff out. And then we got that to fit pretty decently. And then trim some more off of that, cut the gas line, or filler neck, whatever you want to call it, and then brought it like such so I could build that off instead of having it dangle back here and having it kinked. This side was a little bit more intricate because there is no gas fill on this side, but got it to fit pretty decent. Not too worried about in there. Really, I just wanted this here because the wheel well kind of, well, especially that side, but the wheel well kind of goes past, or is going to go past. So just wanted to do this first, and we're going to get the wheel wells on. I still got to cut that one. So tack those in, and yeah, boom. Okay, so while I finish welding up this, I want to tell you guys a terrible joke. Or two. What type of car do frogs like to drive? A beetle. Okay. What kind of car do sheep prefer to drive? A Lamborghini. That was so bad. Sorry, I thought that'd be worth a shot. Well, we got this side in place, sitting relatively level. The only thing I do have to do, because the plan is to box the sides in, so I'm gonna stencil that out and then put a flat piece right there. So obviously this is cut a little crooked, so I'm gonna try and follow that line all the way straight. And then I made a line right there where this needs to sit. And then I'm gonna have to do a little bit of trimming up front right here. It's a little bit longer this way than right there. So I'm gonna get this one in place, and then yeah, I just told you what I'm doing. It's late, guys, sorry. I'm sleepy. How's that look to you boys? I always say I'm gonna tack it, and then I do like 7 tacks in a row. Gosh darn it. Okay, so the side under here is kind of beveled up, and I cut that side and I also cut this side, but I didn't cut enough, so the beveled part is kind of preventing it from sitting up in the Jeep body like that side is. So good thing I did 7 tacks in a row. So I'm gonna cut those off real quick, cut more of that, reestablish fitment. Voila! Absolute perfection. Perfectly balanced. Perfectly cut. Okay. It's so weird trying to be entertaining because I'm really just talking to myself. So I hope you enjoy this because it feels really weird and awkward. These Sharpies get so wrecked because I don't clean anything before I Sharpie it, so I'm usually like sharpening and, well, yeah, I'm usually sharpening on stuff like that that's all dirty. Super boring fact for the day for you guys. So we want to go to about there. That is touching a wee bit. Let me know if you guys enjoy just me talking to myself while I'm working for your entertainment. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't mind it because I'm usually talking to myself anyways. You're just on time lapse, so if you'd rather hear me talk to myself like a freaking weirdo, give me a thumbs up. The wind is so strong, I keep thinking someone's walking in my shop. My garage door's like flapping. Measure once, cut 9 times. That's my motto. Okay, 2 3/4 ish. Not like schmear. See how faint that is? This thing is so shot. And that's pretty dang good. Against the side, and we're good to go. All right, I'm gonna tack that. By tack, I mean I'm gonna weld that in place forever. Stop, stay up. Stop it. It was pretty funny yesterday. I was tacking something, and I'm so used to doing that, and I didn't have my helmet on. I was just shutting my eyes, and I was sitting there with no helmet going, and then I think it was a time lapse, so you guys might have watched it. Didn't even notice it, which is good, because it was mucho embarrassing. So because the sheet metal from the 55-gallon drum is so thin, it's kind of hard to run beads. So I'm basically just doing a bunch of tacks on top of each other to try not to blow through the metal. Them welds might give Mr. Cletus a run for his money. Look at that rainbow and that bird poo. Oh, look at that big piece right there. It's gonna be really hard to grind that down like I did this, just because it's such a fine corner. So I might build the welds up a little bit and then go over it and make it kind of all one piece, not really sure yet. Welds on this side are not any better really. That looks kind of nice right there, but not really. Okay, so I'm gonna try something a little different, and I'm just gonna get a ton of work done is the plan, but I'm gonna try and post multiple short videos, just change the pace, see if it works any better, see if you guys enjoy it more, cut out more of the crud, show more progress. If you guys liked, I don't know, I've never done that before. If you guys like me like having casual conversation with you while I'm working, let me know if you guys prefer that over music. A lot of you guys have been, not a lot, but enough to make me notice, have been commenting about the music and that it's repetitive, and I'm trying to find some new stuff. Just a lot of what YouTube has to offer is weird, and I'm trying to find stuff that I like naturally. Since I can't read your mind, I'm just trying to pick what I like, but it is getting repetitive, so we're going to change that. So the plan is, like I said 20 times, behind the Jeep hood is the other tailgate, which is why I was using that one to cut out those shapes, because that is scrapped now because I cut that big hole for the exhaust piece somewhere that we're not using. So cut that, make it nice. The plan is just to make this look really nice. And I said nice 6 times. That bed is actually going to bolt in because I really like the accessibility of that. So not sure if it's going to tie into this or the frame itself. And then right about here is where the down bars from the main hoop will go. So this is actually going to be cut out and open and then plated. Can't go too far in there because there's the top bolt for the shock. Somewhere in there I'm going to cut it out, so we'll design all that. Figure that all out tomorrow. I have to go home because I am sleepy and went to bed at 2, woke up at 8. So yeah, I need to go to bed. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know color ideas. I'm really liking, a paint company actually got a hold of us, and it's like a rhino liner, but they have a smooth finish as well, and they have a tan. So I'm kind of leaning towards tan. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I do kind of like the maroon that's on there, and I do like the red, but really I'm going to paint it regardless. And if we like the red, I'm going to have to sand the whole thing down anyways, just to repaint it red. So might as well change the color. So obviously that's a little tiny bit away, but that's the goal for this right now, is just to make it look nice. So I'm going to finalize the hood, finalize back here, fill all these holes everywhere, grind them all smooth, fix that crap, work that crap a little more and fix it. I have no idea still on fenders, so I'm going to keep doing everything else until I make up my mind on what to do up there. So yeah, next video hopefully will be up tomorrow. That's the plan, so I'm going to keep going, and y'all have a good night, and we'll see you later.